Hi everybody, welcome to my review for Dark Blue. This review is brought to you by Allied Von Entertainment, AV Entertainment. Special thanks for them for sending the review copy, which you can buy on moviezing.com. That's zyng.com. If you go there, you can check out. It looks like they've really recently revamped their site a bit, and you can check out stuff where you can order yourself a copy of Dark Blue or many other fine 4K Blu-ray and DVDs from the likes of like Warner Brothers and Sony and all sorts of stuff. So give them a look, see, and check it out. You can buy Dark Blue. You can buy Ted Lasso on 4K. They've got lots of options. I love that they have Warner Archive on there. That's amazing. But here is Dark Blue, the one for today, which stars Kurt Russell. There we are, just a disc, no code. This is the fourth time that Dark Blue has been released on Blu-ray. The original from MGM was released 2 times, and then Olive Films released a version of it, and now here's another one, I believe, coming at us from MGM. Their first time out, MGM didn't include any bonus features that were on the DVD for it, so they are here now. I think I didn't have the Olive Films one, but that one had some of the bonus features, but I think this covers it all now. I'm not sure. If you have the Olive Films version, let me know below. But I used to review Olive Films stuff, but they went out of business. So hold on to those Olive Films Blu-rays. Let's talk about Dark Blue. This movie is, this definitely came in the wake of Training Day. And if you watch the movie, you'll see a lot of similarities in terms of character, the use of police and stuff like that in the movie. And it's no surprise. One of the screenwriter of it, Dark Blue, is David Ayer, who, would go on to become a director in his own right. And he is, one of his strengths, and we just did End of Watch here too. So going back a little bit to Dark Blue. But one of his strengths is cop movies, the streets, knowing the streets, the people, and all the crime and stuff like that. So that's a strength of his. Dark Blue, I think there's a James Ellroy book or something it's based off of, but very, very trained ass with Kurt Russell as your Denzel Washington and Scott Speedman as your Ethan Hawke. That's pretty much how it goes. Kurt Russell, he can hold his own. He's a fun actor. No need to compare him to Denzel. Scott Speedman is no Ethan Hawke. And that's kind of a lot of where this film falls. I'm not throwing it all on Speedman. That's rude. But he's got too much of an innocence on him that doesn't feel like he fits in the cop mold. And he struggles to hold his own with the likes of like Brendan Gleeson and being like stronger actors and stuff like that. It's all right. But this one's about corruption in the police force taking place around the time the verdict of the Rodney King trial is about to come out, and there's about to be riots in LA and stuff like that. And it plays a part in it. It's kind of the background of it, which is a kind of a neat thing to have play against it. But it's sort of this, the way this movie plays out, it's sort of like a white apology to the Rodney King thing. It's being like, that may have happened, but it's okay because this fictional thing with the cops and stuff is going to get some justice somewhere else. But, that kind of is what happened here. But nonetheless, as a kind of a junky TNT type of movie, this is an okay watch. This was hailed as Kurt Russell's big comeback at the time, trying to get him some notices and such like that. I don't think the movie really took off at the box office much. It got Russell got some nice critical notices, but overall, this is kind of a movie. It's a little bit long. He's a bad guy, but it's like not as compelling a bad guy as your Denzel Washington is. This does take place over, multiple days, 5 days, I think. But it does have some interesting stuff, some brutal moments in it, and it is interesting to watch, even though I don't think it's too compelling. But nonetheless, it's a nice curiosity. It's a companion to Training Day in a way. Like if you're like, well, if you like Training Day, check out Dark Blue. I don't know, something like that. But I'm going to give the movie a 3. I was close to a 2.5, but I'm going to be nice. I think it's okay. I think Kurt Russell's fun enough in it. Ving Rhames is solid. I'm going to give it a 3. Now, moving on to video. Encoding on this, or the compression on this, is MPEG 2 encoding. The aspect ratio is 235:1, and the resolution is 1080p for HD picture. This is an old, the encoding didn't let you know ahead. This is an old transfer. Dark Blue needs a restoration if someone's going to do it. But this goes back to the early days of Blu-ray. Like I said, there's been 4 iterations. It goes back to the early days of Blu-ray, and it looks it. This thing has crushing issues abound, and then it has also some noisy scenes and stuff like that. It's not unwatchable. It's not the pits when you look at it, but it's old. It looks like a strong DVD, which is not good. Granted, it has that old encoding, not even MPEG 4 or not even VC1. It is MPEG 2 encoding, and yeah, it could use a makeover. The depth isn't the strongest here. I don't want to sit and bash it because it's very watchable. The more distance you have from the screen, the less noticeable I think things are going to be. But yeah, it sucks. But this is the same transfer we've been getting since it came out. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Now moving to the audio, it's the English 5.1 DTS HD Master Audio, and it's accompanied by an English SDH subtitles. So yeah, this is the same one as before. The one thing I have against it is really low default setting. You gotta turn this up, and the conversations are a bit lower than some of the audio. Like the subwoofer's a lot higher than what the conversation levels are, and some of the sounds hitting boom isn't quite balanced as well as I liked it to be, though it works. It's somewhat fine of an experience once you get your volume turned up. There's a little bit of fun out of the rear channels, but it's a pretty tame one. Sound travel is accurate to it, but got some nice distinct sounds. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It's pretty solid. It's a decent little track here. Now, moving on to the extras. This comes complete with porting over from the DVD days of Dark Blue, the director's commentary. Then there's featurettes are Code Blue, which is 18 minutes and 19 seconds. This one is just your making of. It's pretty detailed, surprisingly. These interviews and stuff were obviously done after the film or able to spoil knowing people would buy this. Buy the book, which is 7:16. Got some cop stuff to it. Necessary Force, 6 minutes, 53 seconds. This talks about the weapons and usage and stuff like that in the film with the expert that's on set, the advisor. Riot Easter egg, 3 minutes and 2 seconds. This is obviously from the DVD. It was hidden somewhere, and everybody was talking about the riots and what would happen if they could possibly happen again. The theatrical trailer is about 2 minutes long. All the bonus features, all the featurettes are in standard definition. The theatrical trailer is high definition, and so is the behind the scenes gallery, which runs about 1:40 with high quality pictures. So I'm going to give the bonus a 3 out of 5. So let's go back and take a look at Dark Blue here. The film is a 3 out of 5. The video, old, 3.5 out of 5. The audio, 4 out of 5. The bonus features, I give a 3 out of 5. And then overall, I'm going to be nice and give it a 3.2 out of 5. Though I think it's more of a 3 because it did score over. But yeah, so Dark Blue, if you don't own an RA, this is probably, I imagine the Olive Films one might be out of print. The other one, the other Blu-ray doesn't have bonus features. And as long as this is under a decent price, this is a solid pickup. I have to wonder if anyone's ever going to put it on 4K. Could happen. Some boutique label might want to do it. Get an interview with Kurt Russell to put on their their resume, but who knows? So I'm kind of iffy on whether you should pick it up or not, but if you're a fan, this is the one to get. You can get it at moviezing.com, moviezyng. Looks like it's at a decent price of $15.99 for a pre-order. That's pretty good. So if you want to pick it up, you can use the link that's in the description to this video. Once again, thanks to AV Entertainment for sending me this review copy. And thank you for checking out this review. I hope you have yourself a wonderful whatever. And until next time, stay film positive.